All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game FoCuS versus Colorful. This game taking place here on Springtime version 1.3. On the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have Colorful spawning as the yellow Night Elf. Meanwhile, on the top left, we have FoCuS spawning as the blue Orc. Let's see what's going to be going down in this match up here as things get underway. This is taken from a TED Cup. Hopefully, you guys have been able to keep up a little bit with the ever-changing and still ever-progressing community that is the Warcraft 3 scene. It really feels like the meta is starting to shift once again. We're seeing a lot more Fire Lords. We're seeing, we've seen players bring back old school human macro games going up against undead, all highlighted throughout this week on my channel. And, well, let's see what else we have in store for us today. Farseer, no, most likely Blade Master going to get trained up here. Meanwhile, he's going to be going up against a Keeper of the Grove. Colorful opting to go for that Keeper of the Grove over that new Fire Lord strategy that allows you to clear out creep camps pretty aggressively. But then you do end up falling to Purge once the Orc gets to tier 2. Coming back around though, we do see a Voodoo Lounge being built by FoCuS as well, so FoCuS going to be playing relatively close to home for a lot of the time. This is going to allow FoCuS to perhaps get to level 2, sell that Scroll of Town portal, do a little bit of creeping, take some damage, and heal it up. Coming back across here, Colorful, going to most likely uproot this Ancient of War here in just a second. Oh, Peon trying to take out a rabbit. We see an ensnare go down there, and now both sides are engaging. Mammoth was a 4-3-2 creep camp. Little bit of damage here. Keeper of the Grove going to come back across, perhaps try and get an entangle off onto this. One peon off to the side. Doesn't go for summon treants early. Goes for peon first, which is a bit of a surprise. But with that additional help and additional experience from the peon, he may actually be able to get to level 2. Blade Master, as expected, is going after this Mammoth creep camp here. He's picked up a Claws of Attack +5, already sold his Scroll of Town portal, and now going to finish off the remainder of this creep camp now. Keeper of the Grove needs a little bit more experience. Is it going to be enough? A 4-3-2? I think a 5-3-3 isn't enough, so a 4-3-2 even with a peon may not be enough there as the Keeper of the Grove now heads off to the north. Blade Master going to go after this no brute, no trapper creep camp in the center as the Keeper of the Grove is looking for where the Blade Master could have been. Remember, the Keeper of the Grove did get entangling roots over the summon treants, and he wants to get that last bit of experience first. As we're going to take a look at a Grunt there. There goes an entangle and some auto attacks. That Grunt could end up getting taken down. Blade Master trying to come back over to offer a bit of assistance, but he himself has taken a little bit of damage. Now that Grunt is going to go ahead and go into hiding, exchanging some blows there. Keeper of the Grove down to 447 hit points, as the Blade Master is most likely going to try and use a healing salve to heal up some damage and put pressure back onto that Keeper of the Grove. No tech to tier 2, oddly enough, by Colorful. Meanwhile, tech to tier 2 already halfway done by FoCuS. We can see that there is that Tree of Life in the center position, and it's been scouted out by an Archer and a Huntress as well. Blade Master going to try and put pressure onto that Keeper of the Grove, but you can see that the Huntress and the Archers are already here to offer a bit of support. The Blade Master not going to be able to easily fight off of this little small scouting army here, and I'm not sure if the Blade Master actually had enough sight to gain info on this Tree of Life. Blade Master healing up and getting up some clarity potions. You can see that the Archer has been shadow melded there again. Blade Master may try and burst down this Tree of Life. No, going to go straight after that Archer, who is now shadow melded here. All right, both sides fighting their way through. Blade Master going to try to exchange some blows. Not going to be able to finish off this Tree of Life, as that Tree of Life should pretty much complete. There's a Dust of Appearance once more. Blade Master did get dusted, but was outside of sight range now, and will be able to head back and regroup. So what is FoCuS's plan? He does have grunts sitting inside the base. His army size is 29/30. He's not even creeping with his own grunts right now. I think perhaps out of fear that the Keeper of the Grove is going to be able to pick them off. Instead, Blademaster gets to level 2 here. There's going to be some more auto attack. Blademaster could try and exchange some blows once more with the Keeper of the Grove as the Huntresses are just knocking on the door of the Voodoo Lounge. Alright, new Voodoo Lounge already being placed down by FoCuS. We know how important Voodoo Lounges are for the Orc army and for easy access to heal, as this Voodoo Lounge gonna, well, pretty much fall apart here. Center Gold Mine, Ancient of War, and Ancient Protector are being built, and we are now taking the tier 2 halfway there. More Huntresses could be added in as the Huntresses here finish off this Tuskar Spearman creep camp. Keeper of the Grove now at level 2 here. Blademaster trying to stop the Ancient Protectors and the Ancients of War, stop the entangling of this gold mine. FoCuS has a pretty uphill battle to climb, trying to delay any mining out of this gold mine until the economic advantage does start to hold true. Shadowhunter out on the battlefield. We should be looking at, well, Serpent Wards to try and make, well, throw them down and try and make a bit of a stand here, as the Keeper of the Grove perhaps going to land another entangle here. Nope, no entangle. Both sides just exchanging. No, it's going to be Hex first, and now there's a quick Hex. There's a there's a critical strike. That's going to be a lot of damage. Keeper of the Grove in some serious trouble, being forced to retreat back. Shadowhunter opted to go for Hex instead of that Serpent Ward, so it's going to be difficult to actually put pressure and damage on these Huntresses. With that said, though, he was able to force a Scroll of Town Portal, but the Keeper of the Grove, well, is pretty much already back up to full hit points, ready to engage with the Goblin Alchemist right next to the tavern here. All right, entangling of that gold mine nearly done. We are looking at Wind Riders, so Wind Riders as the additional unit here, as we see an entangle go down onto a grunt. Wind Riders are going to cause some serious problems. You can look at that piercing damage, how effective it can be. That's why I thought it was going to originally be Serpent Wards, as the Huntress here shadow meld just in time. All right, those entangle coupled with an acid bomb, and well, the scouting sentinels are going to easily keep track of all of these units. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove trying to put pressure here. There's a low hit point. Huntress is going to be able to back away. There goes one Huntress down, as both sides are still fighting more and more. All right, are the Wind Riders going to be able to put in the pressure, finish, and get the job done? As the low hit point Wind Rider does need to retreat back. You do not want to be feeding experience with these Wind Riders here, as we need to be seeing some more reinforcements coming across from FoCuS. All right, we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove down to 88 hit points. Is going to be able to back away, and it looks as though, wow, the creeps came in, joined in on the fight. One Wind Rider down, but the creeps down here were engaged, and then now perhaps going to try and take down some of these other buildings as well. All right, the forest is alive and unhappy, as the units are going to try and fight around here again. All right, we're looking at some Forest Troll, High Priest, Forest Troll, Berserkers getting in some of that engagement too. All right, Raiders, Wind Riders coming back through here. More Raiders getting added in. Blademaster getting healed up back at home. Wind Rider getting in some necessary hit points, as we are looking at Pillage. All right, with Pillage and on these Raiders, perhaps that will be enough of an economic boost to continue dishing out damage against these buildings. Meanwhile, Ancient Protector having a little bit of a party. All of the units standing right around this Ancient Protector, trying to minimize the surface area on this Ancient Protector so that it can get constructed. Meanwhile, Wind Riders, Raiders are ready to engage again. There's a Sentinel keeping track of all of this here. Are we going to go into an engagement? No, or just hit the main base? It looks like the main base is going to be the main, the buildings to try and pressure in and attack. All right, quick cancellation on that building there. Entangle onto, or ensnare onto the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove could get taken down very quickly. Moonwells were nearby. Archers are trying to finish off the Wind Riders. Raiders are trying to finish off the Keeper of the Grove, and that could be enough burst damage just sitting right there. All right, enough damage here. However, one Raider down, two Raiders down, one Wind Rider down. So you took down the hero, but at what cost when your entire army seems to be lost as well? Colorful is in the dominant driver's seat. If he can hold on to all of his heroes, that would be key, but he's lost both heroes here. A Shadow Hunter and a Blade Master fighting together. Everything else has everything else is safe for a Raider in the back here, as the units are still trying to stay alive. Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter have no easy way out of this situation. The Wisp purposely coming off of the tree line as well to try and make the escape difficult, but somehow the archers were still not standing in the right spot. Shadow Hunter and Blade Master now retreating, running all the way back. No Scroll of Town Portal. Huntress is right there. Are we going to see an entangle or an ensnare as an Ancient Protector, well, getting in some damage again. All right, more Wisps trying to cause a little bit of body blocking again, a little bit of damage there as the units are falling back again. 34 supply compared to 51 as the heroes, because they were low level, resurrecting for a relative low cost from the tavern or relatively quickly from this Altar of Elders. We are looking at dual bestiary. If you guys were not paying attention, there was this one bestiary down to the south. I knew there was a second bestiary based on the number of units, just couldn't click on it in time to show you guys. 40 over 51 supply. We're looking at Blade Master, Shadow Hunter, trying to continue this pressure here. All right, 5 Raiders ready to join in on the fight. Perhaps take down take down this Ancient Protector now. All of the Wisps have come across here to get in some quick repairs, but is the Ancient Protector going to get taken down? Yes, it will give level 3 to the Blade Master. Units trying to retreat back now. 43 supply compared to 59. Low hit point Raider trying to fall back here. No healing salves, surprisingly, on the Shadow Hunter, where you normally have a large number of consumable items. Meanwhile, the Sentinel Scouts are just causing havoc for the Blade Master as he's unable to do his, Dark Templar thing, running around the map undetected. The Huntresses, because of their sheer number, have been able to put up multiple Sentinels everywhere, revealing that Blade Master every time he tries to windwalk. All right, we're going to go into an engagement here, perhaps try and take down this Tree of Ages. Scroll of Town Portal coming back the other way, Healing Wave bouncing around, and the army lands right there. Keeper of the Grove gets an entangle off on a Raider, and that is going to be it. Trading a Scroll of Town Portal for a Raider, but also being able to save his Tree of Ages. New Scroll of Town Portal coming back across the other side here. All right, hit and run tactics galore as the Tree of Life now down to 440 hit points. It may end up getting taken down. Scroll of Town Portal is available on the Blade Master. Blade Master down to 103 hit points, and we're going to see the Tree of Life get taken out, and just trying to constantly exchange blows. Beautifully done. A hit and run tactic here. Needs to heal back up all of these low hit point units. 37 supply compared to 57 as Colorful's heroes now. Goblin Alchemist, Keeper of the Grove, clearing out of this orange creep camp. All right. Sobi mass pickup for that Keeper of the Grove. More units could get trained up here. It looks as though a new Raider added in by FoCuS. Additional healing on FoCuS's units again. And we could be looking at another round of, Scroll of Town Portal hit and run tactics after clearing up this Goblin Merchant Shop. Trying to clear out this Ogre Magi creep camp here. And with the Polar Bears, I believe the Sentinels are going to be able to spot this, as the Keeper of the Grove, not sure what he sold, but has now a Sobi Mask and a Potion of Greater Healing, also adding in a Staff of Teleportation, perhaps being able to feign a Scroll of Town Portal when the time comes. Forest Troll Berserker down, a couple of Raiders left. Blade Master going to try and pick up a Scroll of Town Portal, has done so. Yeah, make all of them. No, not on toast. Just set it up and I'll do it. All right, Blade Master, Shadow Hunter coming back around here. Both sides going to try and engage. And, engage against these creep camps. Shadow Hunter getting to level 3 will be key. However, Huntress is able to gather up here and get a good creep track. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter now. More creeps trying to engage as the Goblin Alchemist was, hexed for a moment. Level 3 on the Keeper of the Grove and Goblin Alchemist. I do believe Alchemist will be able to get to level 4 if it goes after this last Furbolg. But the hit and run tactics of FoCuS has just been so pressing, he may not have the time to do so. All right, coming back around, this Raider able to ensnare there. Blade Master trying to lead the charge against the side here. Does have a second Scroll of Town Portal. There's an entangle onto that Shadow Hunter as both sides, well, try to force fights. The Raiders are trying to force fights at bases here, perhaps taking down some of these Moonwells. Now the Blade Master and Shadow Hunter coming back around, separated from the rest of their army, and this could be a problem. Blade Master Raiders separated from their army here as we see a couple of healing sprays to keep all of these archers alive. All right, Raider, low hit point Raider trying to retreat back. He's going to get entangled, and Colorful is just slowly picking off units one at a time. Going to go ahead and staff a teleportation back around to the other side here as the Tree of Life is once more getting hammered by these Raiders. Huntresses are coming back around here. Mass Wisp trying to repair. Raiders got in a couple of ensnares as the Keeper of the Grove is hiding in the back position here. There's some more ensnares again. Low hit point Raider, 1 or 2 should get taken down. Tree of Life forced to uproot, and while it's uprooted, it actually loses its fortified armor, and with this, FoCuS throws in the towel, knowing that he's not going to be able to do enough damage. The Raiders were simply too low on hit points, would have given more experience, and Colorful would have started to pull away even further. A good game going back and forth between the two here, but ultimately Colorful able to outlast his opponent. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.